Welcome to Startup Central and then Tararai. This is the only show of its kind on Indian television dedicated, of course, to startups, innovation, technology, disruption, entrepreneurship. Basically, if it falls under the gambit of the new economy, it's here on your favorite channel, ET Now, at sharp 6 p.m. every weekday. Ladies and gentlemen, like all the stakeholders of the ecosystem that we get on the show, Team Startup Central thrives on constructive criticism. Don't hold back. We love getting your emails. If you don't tell us how to improve, who's going to tell us, and how will we take the show to the next level? Our email address right on top, suc@etnow.tv. Tell us how to do things differently, add things, remove things from the show. Just keep writing in. Tiger, burning bright. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. What a month, what a year it is turning out to be when it comes to Tiger Global and Indian startups. In fact, in the same week that Tiger Global was responsible for India getting one more unicorn, that's Charge B, it has gone ahead and made yet another big investment. This time round, it is Coinswitch Kuber that is getting a big check from Tiger Global, and joining me to talk about that is the man in charge of Coinswitch Kuber, Ashish. Ashish, welcome to the show. Congratulations. Just a couple of weeks ago, Coinswitch, which is of course, in the business of having a crypto platform, went in for a Series A funding where global giant Ribbit had also participated. Now it is Tiger Global in the Series B fundraiser. What does this mean? Tiger flexing its muscles for the first time as such when it comes to cryptos and India.
Yeah. So being Tiger on board is a very big mark for, the crypto ecosystem itself. If I can take you back, Ribbit, Paradigm and Tiger are the investors in Coinbase itself, which recently did their IPO and became the biggest crypto company in the world. We are on track to become one of the biggest crypto company in India. In the last 10 months, we have grown over 200x in our users. We have grown over 100x in our valuation and are now the biggest crypto company in India. Obviously, this is just the start, and the appetite that India has for crypto, I know that we could one day beat Coinbase itself.
So, it's a big funding. It is at a $25 billion check from Tiger Global, with which Coinswitch Kuber will be valued at more than $500 million. The one question I want to ask you, Ashish, is, and I want to get this over with at the start of the interview. You're getting this big check. It's a Series B funding. You've got other marquee investors on the cap table as well. How is all of this happening when none of you know which way India is going to go when it comes to cryptos? There is going to be a bill. It is pending at the moment. The initial commentary is that it's going to be against the Bitcoins of this world. How are you all getting checks?
So I think this shows the kind of, the global nature of the business. And what we are going through is not something unique, right? Other companies in the space in other countries have gone through the similar phases. And these investors have shown their trust in those companies as well. They also believe that, and we of the same belief, that India would not want to miss out in the next revolution, which is the cryptocurrency, the Internet 3.0. And because of our strong belief, that is why these big global players are able to back us and, support us in our journey.
Can you share with our viewers how big Coinswitch Kuber is in India? How many users you have? Have you seen, I'm sure, more traffic that's coming in since Bitcoin's, record-breaking rally since last year?
Yes. So Coinswitch Kuber today is one of the biggest platforms, cryptocurrency retail brokerage in India. We started back in June 2020. In just 10 months of our existence, we have grown over 4.5 million users in India, and are a profitable company, right? Our growth has been unparalleled. We have grown from in June from 25,000 users to about 4.5 million users now, which is 175x growth, and are now today the leading crypto platform in India, with one of the best teams in India, delivering value in crypto.
So what do you plan to do with all of this capital? You went in for a Series A fundraise in January where you had seen the likes of Ribbit Capital, Sequoia enter the cap table. You've now got Tiger Global joining the board. What's the plan? What are you going to do with all of this money?
So there are three things that we primarily would achieve from this funding. First, obviously, creating awareness about crypto. In India, crypto is seen as, still from a very negative eye. And that's the perception that we want to change. We want to create, the right talking points about crypto in the general population. And a lot of our funding would go in creating that education in India. Second, obviously, we want to hire the best talent in this industry to grow our team from where we are today at about 135 people to about 300 people by the end of the year. And lastly, we want to focus more on our security, our scalability, and scaling the system, meeting with the demand that we are seeing today. We are seeing almost 1.5 million users every month, new users coming to our platform. And, to support that, we definitely need a much stronger team to deliver the value that we set out to do.
But I've got to come back to the very basic question, Ashish. All of this could go out of the window if India decides that it's not going to legitimize cryptos, that the only crypto it might legitimize, for example, is a digital rupee. It's a serious risk, isn't it?
There is a risk, but how we can see, how other countries have taken, the positive stance for crypto, and instead of banning cryptocurrency outright, they were able to create a set of regulations which actually benefited the users, the companies, and the government as well. And we are of the opinion that Indian government would take similar steps. Digital India is a very big initiative for India, right? We are already ahead in terms of UPI, Aadhaar from a lot of different countries. So the infrastructure already exists. Crypto, adding to that, would take it to the next level and help us being the superpower that we want to be, right? So we definitely believe that the Indian government would not want to miss out on this opportunity. There is certainly a risk because it's a very new industry and a lot of factors of it, a lot of people do not understand. And that's where we are here to do, right? Create education, address these issues head on, not run away from it, and create a healthy environment for our users, for the companies evolving in blockchain and the government, working together.
You already had Ribbit, you had Sequoia, and now you've got Tiger Global. What is this going, and you're already part of a larger global organization. That must have helped getting all these kind of investors on board. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Coinswitch and how it fits in the overall global scheme?
Sure. So how it fits is that, every cryptocurrency market needs a local player creating liquidity and facilitating people to get in and out of crypto. We are that gateway today. We are the largest gateway in India for people to get in and out of cryptocurrencies. And any innovation that happens on blockchain, any products that are getting built, we would be the first step for users to evaluate or to use those products, right? How Coinbase has proven to be, one of the largest IPOs in the US, not just because they are the biggest crypto company, because they have become the gateway for crypto in the US, right? That is exactly how Coinswitch fits in the global picture, and how we becoming a gateway for India, for anyone in India who wants to delve with cryptocurrency, be it retail users, be it HNIs, be it institutions itself. Like we have seen Tesla getting into cryptocurrencies and putting their reserves there. If something like that were to happen in India, we would be the gatekeepers, or we would be the entry point for that kind of innovations as well in India.
Now, you recently did see the government of India by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs saying it wants corporates, and I'm bringing this up, in a question follow-up to what you talked about, how global giants are now looking at cryptos, whether it's a Tesla, you've seen commentary that's come out earlier, whether from a Starbucks, MasterCard, PayPal, all of that. But in India, the government of India, via the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, is now talking about how corporates who've invested in cryptos need to declare that. Did that turn out, what did that do for sentiment, for investment sentiment?
I think that is a positive sentiment because earlier also industries or companies used to invest their excess funds, be it in gold, be it in ETF funds itself, or debt funds itself, and used to declare that out in their revenue reports. Recognizing crypto as one equivalent to those investments is actually a good step for the industry itself. And we as crypto companies, obviously, were always declaring these assets, what we hold and what our users hold to the government. But it's a good positive steps in the right direction that any company who wants to come in and put their reserves in crypto and see crypto as the digital gold can now do so, and should declare that to the public and to the government itself.
Okay, fair point. You told me what you're going to do with the capital, what the future plans are, but I've got to ask you the sheer timing of your Series B fundraise. It's about a week after that blockbuster IPO. I'm of course talking about Coinbase. When it listed, it turned out to be almost as big as Goldman Sachs. It's bigger than the exchange that it listed on, which is the Nasdaq. Look at the way it entered the $100 billion club. Now, did that help Coinswitch Kuber at all? The rub-off effect I'm talking about.
So Coinswitch Kuber definitely, it does help that global giants like Coinbase are setting a path for us, being in a crypto industry and showing a path for an IPO is a very, very big step. If you look a few years back, people didn't even recognize this as an industry or as an asset class itself, right? So Coinbase setting that path shows a bright future for Coinswitch in India, right? That we can strive for.
My final question to you, can you give us an idea, can you give your viewers an idea? You've told me about the surge in user base, but it's very difficult to bind a Bitcoin, it's very difficult to own a fraction of a Bitcoin anymore. Is that still true? Are Indians still going after Bitcoin? What kind of cryptos, are they going and investing in?
So, why we entered India was because of the same reason that you talked about, that it was very hard for a retail user to get into cryptocurrencies. And we at Coinswitch Kuber wanted to make crypto buying and selling as easy as ordering food online, right? Just add to cart and checkout, food is at your home. That is the experience that we wanted to provide. And, the surge that you're seeing is because of that experience. It's as simple as, buying food online or buying anything online today. You can start with just $100. So you don't have to buy the whole Bitcoin, which is almost touching 50 lakhs now. You can start with as low as $100. Right, and that is the new simplicity that we brought in to this industry, and that is why you see the growth numbers, and that is why you see the global giants trusting us in this space to build something unique. Right, so it's the simplicity of Coinswitch Kuber which is driving its growth today.
And with that, Ashish, I'd like to wish you and the entire team at Coinswitch Kuber all the very best. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of Startup Central.
Thanks a lot for inviting me. Thank you.